Alright everybody, so today we're going to do a 2-point perspective room interior, okay? So similar to the way we can use 1-point perspective to draw the inside of a room, we can use 2-point perspective to do the same thing, alright? So we're going to start, you know what, I'm not even going to worry about the horizon line, but I'm going to make a vanishing point using my ruler halfway down the paper. Since we're drawing the inside of a room, I'm not going to worry about a horizon line. I'm going to draw another vanishing point using my ruler again at the far side of the paper. I want these vanishing points to be as separated as possible, and I want them to be at the same level as if I had a horizon, but I'm not going to draw the horizon, but I want them to be at the same level as if I did. Okay? Alright. Really important concept for this. We're going to have 3 types of line in this drawing. Everything's going to be square. Everything's going to be lined up like it's on a grid. Alright? This is going to be a real OCD room we're drawing. Okay? So our 3 types of line, we're going to have up and down lines. I'll draw a U here. Up, down. Those are going to be vertical lines on my paper. Okay? I'm going to have east-west lines. Those are going to go to the left, B, P. And then I'm going to have north-south lines. These are going to go to the right, BP, which is vanishing point. Okay? All of the main lines in this drawing are either going to go up and down or to one of the vanishing points. Alright? I'm not going to have lines going at random diagonals. I'm not going to have horizontal lines unless they're on the horizon and going to a vanishing point. Does that make sense? So we're going to start the room by drawing the back corner. Alright, so if I was drawing in here, looking this way, I'd draw this corner here where the 2 walls meet up, for instance. When I draw this, I don't want to make it too tall. Alright, the taller this line is on the paper, the closer it's going to be or look like it is to me. Okay, and the problem with that is it's going to give me less room to draw. I might even shorten that a little bit. Okay, so if I make this line really short, I'm going to have less room to draw. So I want to make it, or if I make it really tall, I'm going to have less room to draw because it's going to be like I'm right up in the corner and it's hard to see a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm making it fairly short. Let's see. I'm making this about 3.5 inches with the center kind of level with the horizon. Alright, so now I'm going to start drawing my orthogonals. Now things are going to be a little different. If I was drawing a box in 2-point perspective, I'd make the triangles, right? Since I'm drawing from inside the box, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to line up the bottom and the top of my lines, but instead of drawing towards the vanishing point, I'm going to draw away from the vanishing point. So I'm going to draw from that bottom corner away from the vanishing point. I'm going to do that on both sides. Same thing up here. Alright, so hopefully now this looks kind of like the inside of a box, right, or an empty room looking at the corner. Okay, so I'm going to add, I'm going to start by adding a few features to the walls. So I'm going to start with the door over here. So the sides of my door, which way are they moving? Up and down, east and west, or north and south? So the sides of the door. Think about the sides to start. The sides are going to be moving up and down, right? So they're going to be vertical lines. And then the top of it's going to be moving east and west. So that's going to connect to the left-hand vanishing point. So I'll draw the top of the door on here. Okay, so there's my door. Next to my door, I'm going to draw a window. It's the same idea, right? Sides are going up and down. Top going east and west. The top and the bottom are parallel, so that means they go to the same vanishing point. There's my wall. Maybe I'll put a painting over here. Same sort of idea. Thank you. Sides going to be vertical, and the top and bottom are going to be going east and west. They're orthogonals. So you'll notice that everything on this wall is going east and west and up and down. And that's because this wall is going east and west, upside down, up and down. So it makes sense that everything on the wall, the top and bottom of it, are going in the same direction as the wall. All right? So on this other wall, I'm going to have the same sort of idea. We'll make another window here. Same sort of idea, except now they're connecting to the other vanishing point. They're going north and south. They're perpendicular to that first wall. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to draw in some details on these. So I'm going to add some thickness. So I'm going to make some width to the door. I'm going to start by drawing a vertical line that's parallel to this line here. Next, I'm going to draw a line that's parallel to the top of the door. Since it's parallel, it's going to be connecting to the same vanishing point. So it's going east and west, and it's connecting to the left-hand vanishing point. Right? So I should also have a little line in the corner here, and that line should connect to the north-south vanishing point. So this line's going to be running north-south. It's going to connect to the north-south vanishing point. And then at the bottom, there will be another little line, also connecting to the north-south vanishing point. So now I have some thickness to my door. I might want to draw another room over there, or just a suggestion of one. So I might draw the bottom of a wall that's running north-south. Okay. All right. I'm going to add a little thickness to this window. So again, I'm going to start with the line that's parallel to the top and the line that's parallel to the side here. And then to draw this little notch here, I'm going to line it up with the north-south vanishing point. All right. So let's see. So the bottom of this window is below the vanishing point. Neither of them are here. So the bottom of this window is below the, horizon. So I'm going to be able to see it. So I'm going to draw that in too. Okay. And then the little line between should be like this. So everything's a little bit jammed up in there, but that's the idea. Yeah, perfect. So you can just see a little smidgen of it because it's just below the horizon line. There's my painting. I'll give it a frame. painting. Okay. Let's give a little thickness to this window here. So, what I want to do probably actually is start with the top and the bottom. And then add these notches. So that's going to show me. I might need to fix the placement a little bit as I go through. Alright, so there's our window. It doesn't quite look parallel there. Something like that. A little better. Alright, now I'm going to add some other things to the room here. So I'm going to start with the rug. So the rug is going to be on the floor. Alright, so it's going to have lines that are running both north and south and east and west. So I'm going to... So it's going to be running parallel to this wall here. Here's the top of it, and here's the bottom. I'll make it like a little runner rug. And then I'm going to draw the end of it here, but I won't draw the other end. I'll lay out some fringe. Maybe some stripes on it. Alright, so there's our rug. We'll just keep it simple. And now I'm going to add a table. The table's going to be over here. So, I'm going to drop it a little below the horizon. Draw one edge here. And the other edge we'll have about here. I'm going to overlap the rug a little bit. You can do that if you want. You don't necessarily have to. Table. So maybe we want our table to look like a little more ornate, not so boxy. Our legs can go straight down. So we can actually kind of come in here and add some more organic sort of flowing details to it. So let's do that. Let's make this kind of curve out a little bit. And we'll just use sort of the lines we drew earlier as kind of a guide. All right, so there's our table. I'm going to put some stuff onto the table. So I'll do some place settings. So I'm going to kind of use my orthogonals to kind of guide where I put these. So I'm going to use that to also help foreshorten my plates. Keep them all lined up. Something like that. So I can use perspective to draw things that are a little less boxy as well. Maybe I'll make some placemats. Again, what I have to think about is, are these lines going east-west, north-south, or up-down? And they're always going to be one of those three. Okay, so there's my placemats. I'm going to do a big serving tray. Oh, I'll do some other ones on this side too. I'm going to draw a serving tray. So I'll draw that first just in case it's good obscured. Maybe a little wider here. serving tray. I'm going to draw this just like a regular box. So I'll start with the leading edge. Draw this east-west side going towards the left-hand vanishing point. I want to make that a little lower. Sometimes you have to look at the size of these things and do some adjustments. There we go. Vertical line. I might kind of round these corners a little bit, make it look more like a regular sort of serving dish. Take away some of the hard angles. Turkey in here. Handle. Serving dish. Then I might draw in some place settings on the back here. Plate right here. Something like that. Plate here. Alright. And just so that we're also adding something to the ceiling here, let's add in a skylight. Same sort of idea. 2 of the sides are going to be running east-west. 2 of the sides are going to be running north-south. And maybe it's set up in the ceiling like it is at my house. Got a little space between the ceiling and the roof, so it's set up like that. There's our skylight. Alright. Cool. So now we can kind of clean this up. We can come in, we can darken everything. Whatever. Erase out our extra lines. Shade things in if we want. Fix the drawing up. Alright, any questions? Alright, I'm going to come around and give you some assistance. And I guess that's it. Psychic powers.
I slapped her without her nose.
Oh, he's drinking.
You're gonna get slapped in the face. How? Why? It didn't happen, so.
I predicted that.
I
predicted that like last week.
You can't reach, you're too small.
Yeah, he was wearing it first, but then
Me and your mom met. It is that is very sad.
I watched it all.
Like, she's getting used to it. Like,
Yeah,
she's like, think she's cute. I'm like, yeah.
You waited 3 years to tell me, and I was like, yes. Yeah. Including you. I think it's so funny. You're so go to gate mine's honestly I myself oh, it's pretty
And then he got brought back.
Oh, mine's not getting really smart at.
Oh my god.
What do you think?
It's fine.
Wait a minute.
Like, he jokes about
You're not doing
Like,
anything.
like, you don't joke about
They're
like,
doing that radar arm stuff.
no,
This is not allowed. We're in like the Minecraft server. Just add the lights to it. God damn it. Wait, no, no more. I have to do this. Thank you. I'm stressing. No, I'm stressing out. Is that like an extra?
it is.
No!
Wait,
Or is it like or like did they grow 2 on top of it? What? I'm not telling you.
would that be double?
Why you're not telling you?
Okay.
What am I telling you? I'm so
Brett.
stressing out about that. Just like I see this.
Bro, shut the fuck out. Don't fucking